Please read the disclaimer. XRP holders, this is a problem for now. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. If you hear kids in the background, it's my kids that are misbehaving. I told them, stay in the room for 5 minutes. I'll make a video and we'll see what happens. And they're not participating with me. So all I ask from you, it's hard times, and all I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes, right? I need your good vibes. It's been rough with the kids at home already for 12 days. Smishity smash that like button and let's get into it. So currently XRP is sitting at $1.39, almost 40 cents, up 1% on the day, but you can see XRP was already at 145 and we saw the whole market pull back, not just XRP, but also Bitcoin hits 73,800 resistance level, pulled back. Ethereum, similar, pulled back. And it's not just crypto right here, it's also the stock market. You can see pulling back here. And I just had a conversation with my dad. He came over to visit after we hadn't seen each other since the whole thing, the conflict started. They were helping out my sister. She just had a baby. So I said, spend your time with her. And he said, the markets right now are so frustrating. I said, it's not just stocks, it's crypto as well, right? We're seeing up and down and up and down and up and down. And the problem is something that we'll get to in just a second. I got to give you a teaser there. But first, let's get into some news. So we started out the day with the macro data. PC was actually lower than expected. So this was interesting. PC was lower than expected. Personal spending also higher than expected, right? But the fourth quarter GDP revised was actually lower than expected. So growth was bad, inflation was good, and this confuses the markets. Once again, we are confused. And moreover, right, you had President Trump coming out and basically saying he will end the war when he feels it in his bones. Right? And of course, oil did not like that. And already oil is at 97 here. It did go to 99, right? I got 99 problems, and Brent went over $100, pulled back over the last 10, 15 minutes here, but you can see it rallied here into over 100. So you have that situation, and everything right now is just, kind of wishy-washy. Like I said earlier, today, crypto was up, right? 4 or 5% across the board. It was funny, even a Trump token was up here, and it dropped, I think, like 15 or 20%. 17% there. There was some news that maybe people that own the token will get a dinner at Mar-a-Lago, something like that. So that's why it was popping. This morning we mentioned it, and so I saw the headline about it. But the market is just so wishy-washy, and you have the smartest man alive. Yesterday we talked about how he said, or this morning, I don't even remember, saying bull run just started, right? And then he says bull market XRP, and that was at 2:34 p.m. my time. So that was basically at the top of the movement, right? About an hour before the top of the movement, and then we started pulling back. If you watched the video this morning, and this is why it's so important to subscribe to the channel and not only watch the videos in the morning, but also watch the videos in the afternoon and in the evening. I know in the evening, there's a lot of more competition. So sometimes the videos in the morning get twice as amount as views as the videos in the afternoon or at night. But it's important because in both videos, right, we're only doing 2 a day right now. Can be very important information in one, and there can be very, very important information in the second. And so that's why it's important to watch both. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel, ring the bell so you get notifications about new videos that dropped, and press all notifications, turn on notifications. It's very, very important. You can also find me on the subscription page, of course. And so we talked about this morning how Friday, especially with the data coming out, could be very, very freaky. It's also Friday the 13th. We talked about this morning, and we saw it popped up and then sold off. I wasn't surprised when I saw that happen. It's been very, very wishy-washy right now. And Amit says here, markets are in such a weird space currently. Every single day, there are two types of headlines. One that implies the war will end soon and oil prices should go down, and then one that implies the exact opposite. CPI was okay this week, but if oil, which is now 96, continues to stay here, inflation just isn't going to get better, which means we aren't going to easily get rate cuts. We now only have one cut projected in 2026. The S&P is officially down 3% year to date, and this week has lost that crucial 6,700 level. Individual sectors like fintech and SaaS have been just completely left as narratives have ruined those names, whether it's about AI or private credit. However, individual growth stocks have meaningfully corrected from the highs, some down 50%. Mag 7 multiples, example Tesla, Apple, continue to be reasonable, and every time we have a breakout, some headline brings them down, which is what we saw with Meta. And so this is very, very frustrating. And Amit thinks this year so far has been characterized in three ways. This is Amit saying this, but I actually agree with everything he said till here, right? Finding a deeply important sector theme is going heavy into it, like drone, space, energy, etc. But timing is important as ever those sectors have been seeing big pullbacks. Accepting this year is consolidation, which is better than bearish, and just buying your favorite names at discounts every week to add the portfolio. That's a possibility. I mean, you could do that or you could not do that. It applies also for the crypto market. And as always, I just want to remind you that this video is for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Very, very important. Also, remember that I will never contact you on social media asking to sign up to anything or to send me anything. Those are scammers. Please be very careful out there. So number 3 here is that yielding volatility by running covered calls and playing ranges with stocks, as many continue to be with a range which helps them running calls, something that has been one of his strategies, right? So basically what is happening right now, and it's happening in crypto too, we're seeing this. We're seeing good news, we have one day pop, and then we have some bad news or some concerning news, or Trump tweets something out and the market starts pulling back, right? So this situation is going to stay at least until the conflict is over, right? Because there's always going to be a tweet that can come out. There's going to always be something that the Iranians do, something that America does, something that Trump says. Something. So there's always this factor of this quote unquote fear is always going to be above us as long as this conflict is on, right? Now, of course, if Clarity Act passes before that happens, and hopefully hopefully we finish the conflict and then Clarity Act passes, because it seems that it might be towards the end of the month. I don't know if I can do a whole month here with the kids at home. We'll see. The problem is, usually like you have, the summertime kids are home, right? But there's camp and there's things to do, right? There's things to go but everything, you can't have over 50 people in a place, right? It's not allowed. So what are you going to do, right? And thankfully, we live close to the basketball courts. If that, we would have been goners in my house. With 3 boys, it gets wild here sometimes. I don't know if you guys could hear the screaming in the background. And so we'll see what is going to happen. Now, listen, we could still see that 70% pullback. Reg Fencer said here, every time Bitcoin rejects that line where when we're at 120,000, we have a 70% dump, and that would bring us around 30,000. We've talked about this multiple times. That's still a possibility. We still have a situation where the dollar is continuing to be, weak, and but it's starting to move up as it did in 2018. So you can see here, it was weak. It fell from January 25 to January 26. Same thing happened from January 17 to January 18th. February 18th. But remember, February 18th 2018 was a bad year for the crypto market. So I don't know. Like there's a lot of conflicting signals here for the crypto market and against the crypto market having a good year. And only the time travelers from the future know. If you are from the future, so like if you're watching this video in a few months, let us know, past people, what happened. I guess we're going to catch up to you. We'll also be in the future by then. I was watching Third Rock from the Sun, right? I'm rewatching it. It's so funny. In the last season, they have 2 episodes where they go into a parallel universe where they're in New York. But it's a parallel universe where their doppelgangers don't exist. I don't know what's going on there. I said to my wife, but that doesn't make sense. She says, it's a show about aliens that have human form and live in Rockford, in Connecticut or something like that. So I was like, okay, you're right. So yeah, if you're from the future, let us know. This was very interesting. The fact that the DTCC moves US markets towards tokenized settlement, and the XRP ledger is already referenced in DTCC patent, this number for cross ledger liquidity infrastructure. And so I asked Grok, what does this mean? And it said, which explicitly references XRP ledger as compatible infrastructure for cross ledger liquidity and asset tokenization. The DTCC handles over 2 quadrillion in annual security transactions, positions XRP Ledger alongside Stellar XLM as key networks for enabling efficient tokenized liquidity across stocks, bonds, and real-world assets. This patent, filed in 2025, signals growing institutional interest in blockchain interoperability, but remains conceptual with no confirmed implementation timeline for XRP integration. So, although this is a cool thing that is happening here for XRP potentially, right? It's not something that will affect XRP right now, this minute, this day. And so it will be very interesting to see what happens here. I say it will be very interesting to see a lot, don't I? It will, I know I didn't want to say it will be interesting to see, but I am very interested on what is the market going to do over the weekends, because we did have a little bit of a pop this morning. It pulled back. Maybe this weekend we have some nice movement. Maybe, like, I'm going to cross my fingers, but I know that it can still be very, very volatile. And so just take that into consideration. Again, if you are day trading, if you are swing trading, it's very tricky. You need stop losses, you need take profits, because markets can change very, very fast. Okay, remember that. And so that's very, very important. I've been burned many a times, and my burnings, my losses, is my experience that I can share with you. Okay, especially Fridays. That's why I call it Freaky Friday, because of all the option contracts that are expiring also in the stock market. It gets very, very volatile. And the options, by the way, are getting destroyed, like, because it's so choppy. Dailies and weeklies options chain are just getting destroyed, both sides. So you know who's making those that sell the options, right? But that's another video for another day, right? So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here going forward. Let me know in the comment section down below, when you think is this all going to get solved? Is it going to be once the conflict is over, right? Once the war is over, or only after the Clarity Act passes, hopefully, right? Knock on wood, that the crypto market will stop with this, a little bit up and then down, a little bit up and then down. When is this going to release? Is it just doomed forever to be like this? I don't know. Hopefully not. Right? Let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. Don't forget to smash the like button. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.